Okay.
Well, here we are. This is the after show, afterthoughts with my very wonderful dancing queens. We have Julia Lema, we have LEAH Bass Baylis, and we have Leslie Dockery. And these were the women that you were seeing for an hour, and I've had to endure them for 5 minutes or 10 minutes here as they got ready for this camera. I tell you, it has been an evening. But they were both, all of them were talking about that they had, first, Julia, you and LEAH were talking about how you had not met before. So continue that, you know.
Well, I was just saying that it's a pleasure to see her and meet her now, because we have mutual friends and I've always heard about her, but I didn't know her. And people are saying, well, yeah, and so and LEAH Bass and that. I said, yeah. And they said, well, you know LEAH, right? I said, no. You don't know LEAH Bass? I'm like, no.
You know LEAH.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I was saying that I have always admired Julia from afar.
Wow.
And I have everybody always ran your name together, Julima.
Yes.
Julia Lema, yes. It was always one name.
And I always admired you from afar, and we knew lots of the same people. Like you said, Maurice would say, oh, you know Julia Lema, and Armelia and Ken, and they would all say, oh, you know Julia Lema,
Yeah, right.
Alan Weeks.
Yes, Alan.
They all thought I knew you, but I had seen your work and I knew you from afar. Pretty much anybody that had been in that Ain't Misbehaving company, I saw their work, because I saw Ain't Misbehaving from the time Irene Cara was in it.
Wow.
Until Broadway and thereafter.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Armelia packing to go to France.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to be helping her, but I did not know I was pregnant. And so I would pack a couple pieces and then I would lay down. And then I would pack a few more pieces and I would lay down. And Armelia said, "You're not helping me."
That sounds like a queen. Yes. Well, you're not helping me. What you doing?
So she went away and she came back and I had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes. And you didn't know that before she left.
I had no idea I was pregnant. No idea. And I could not stay awake 5 minutes.
That's funny.
I tell you.
Now, which child was that now, LEAH?
Milton, my oldest.
That was her godson.
Yes, Armelia's godson.
That's good. Oh, yeah.
And Kristen is Ken's goddaughter.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. But he took care of Amelia all the way through. God bless him. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. He's a doctor now. That's what he's talking about. He's at Cedars. He's at Cedars.
Yeah, he's at Cedars.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. See, I know all of her business. But I still want to know about this Carlos Santana Academy, just a little bit. We didn't get a chance to talk about it on the show. How you partnered with them, and then you know.
No, it was not a partnership initially. It was when a brand new school opens. It opens with a number. I was working as the principal at Champs Charter High School, and the superintendent here said, you know, I'm opening this new art school. It's an elementary school, and I think you'd be the perfect fit. And I said, well, I haven't been to elementary school in 20 some years. You got to be losing your mind. And he said, well, no, I think you're right for this. And so I took the job, and then we had to find somebody to name it after. And we went through all these lists, and Carlos popped up. And I went on Carlos's website and I wrote a letter to every person on the website. Every person that was on his staff. Wow. And a week passed and I got a call back from the lady that runs his foundation. And she said, we think that we're a good fit for you. And I said, well, right now I'm busy doing career day. I cannot talk to you. I can call you back. We think we're a good fit too, but I'm not gonna lie, I cannot talk to you right now. And so she said, I understand. I used to be a principal. Call me back at the end of the day. So I called her back and it just worked out fabulous. They came to visit the school. Carlos came to visit the school. I've been to see Carlos many times. He gave money for the entire time that, he gave money. He gave the teachers shoes. He sent roses every week. And then when he asked me, he said, well, do you like the roses? I said, I love the roses, but maybe we should do plants. So then he started sending the teachers orchids every week, always white.
Wow.
And he did that for 10 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And gave money every year to support. We had an extensive guitar program and a big music program. And then he gave us guitars, signed guitars.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well, I have a student I want to give a guitar to. If I give her a guitar, will you give me another one? And they said, okay, we'll give you another one. Go ahead and give it to her.
Oh,
Wow.
And the man has a heart of gold. I cannot even begin to tell you how wonderful he is. And he's such a wonderful artist. And he was supportive of the school the entire time I was there.
That is
that's
wonderful.
fabulous. Do you have any intentions of doing anything with him in the future? Any connection?
Not that I know of. From time to time we talk.
Mm-hmm.
He'll send me a note. When I retired, he sent me 30 white roses and a guitar.
Oh.
I can't even begin to tell you. He tries to support the music program. He supports a number of programs. It's not just music that he supports. He supported water relief in Haiti.
Wow.
He supports programs all over the world, and people don't realize it. And he's
God
older.
bless him. God bless him.
God bless.
Yeah.
I need to have him on the show and talk about all the stuff that he does. That'd be great.
He's fabulous. He
Oh,
really is.
That
That
is
is awesome.
That's wonderful. You really want people to understand that we are artists, and those of us who have been influenced by the arts, we have the arts in our background, but also we're wonderful human beings. That we're really, a lot of us are very giving human beings.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it doesn't come off because the squeaky wheel always gets all the attention. So the people who do all the stuff that's a pain in the behind is what you hear about all the time, but you don't hear about these wonderful things that people do. And that's what this program is about, really, is to highlight the people that don't get the highlight, And I was talking, and I'm hoping that it does come to. He's scheduled for the end of the season, but Otis Salib and I were talking.
Oh, Otis, awesome.
And to talk, to someone who is as brilliant as he is, and he's so, personable and sweet, and all of those kinds of things, and a wonderful human being. And I hate to just drop the names of people who are coming on, because sometimes something happens and they can't, and then someone else has to come on. But I've just had such a wonderful time with the response for people. Unlike with Leslie and Julia say that I boss people into coming into my show.
No, it's not that you force.
No.
It's you, Lenny. It's you. So we're not going to ever say, I won't say no to you. I just put it's you. And you always make
very
things
hard for me
special.
to say. It's hard for me to say no to you guys too, but
Right.
it's just some of these people are not people that I know very well.
Yeah.
I know of them, or they know of my work, or have seen me do things, and for them to receive me so beautifully and to answer so promptly, it's just been absolutely a wonderful experience. Now, getting back to you dolls, though, as in the Guys and Dolls do. I have to tell you, when I was thinking about this, I had to indulge myself a little bit. I owe so much to all of you who, I say it again, supported me. I mean, I got in the business, and you have a decent amount of dance classes behind you. You have a decent amount of all of these things, but I did not go day and night like a lot of you did. I was doing day and night in acting and singing classes, you know, and directing classes. So, you know, when it came to when Lloyd said you have to take movement, I was like, what? But I know how to move.
I gotta learn something else.
He said, no, you have to. He said, if you sing, you're going to be in a musical. If you're in a musical, you're going to have to know how to move. Yeah. And I thought, okay. So I got very good at commercially faking. And you all were really always so good at saying, no, Lynn, you're on the wrong foot. You're on the wrong foot. Just like that. Get on the other foot. I go, okay. But I knew how to cute. Like Frank Hatchett showed you how to do VOP. I know how to be cute. So I was so busy, you know, I said, if I'm cute, people won't notice it. I don't know.
But you did good, Lenny. Once you had to stick to itness.
Yes, I was determined to. What I could not do is to learn it, to keep on doing it. I was not going to let it conquer me. But it was a support. No one was ever, you know, I'd never been in a show where I had to listen. I was Lola in Damn Yankees, so you know I had to dance one time.
Oh yeah.
And the dancers there were fabulous. I mean, they would take me, they go, no, you got to point you flexed your foot. You got to point it here. You got to point it there. You know, they had me, people thought that I was a dancer. They thought I was a dancer, you know. I couldn't have done it without all of the support that you get from a company of people. And you're right about the camaraderie. It's wonderful. You know, it's absolutely wonderful.
There's nothing like it. There really isn't.
No. Yeah, you know, you go to different parts and you do different things, and you know, and I do a lot of different things now, and there are companies of people. But what I got then are still relationships that I hold very dear to this very day. Yeah. So I'm just curious. I know I said it a little bit in the radio show, but you know, in 5 years, I mean, I don't know where we're going to be in this business because of what the pandemic has done to us, and you know, and how they're trying to open up things. But what do you want to see in theater in 5 years? What do you want to see?
Well, I would like to see a lot more positive diversity. I would like to see more shows with ethnic people in them, written and directed by ethnic people, you know, because someone else is always writing our stories. And I think, excuse me, no one knows me better than I do, or no one knows my experiences better than another person of color like myself. You know, same things with the Latina, with Asians.
Yep.
You know, everybody. And I mean, even like, you know, I'd like to see shows with a whole group of ethnic people, how people, you know, get along. They have neighborhoods that are very ethnic, you know, with all kinds of people living together. You know, a show like that. I'm so tired of us killing each other, selling drugs. You know, that's not all we are about.
Yes.
You know, I would like to see something like The Cosby Show again, in that kind of light, that kind of genre, where we can be doctors and lawyers or whatever, teachers, actors, singers, you know, construction workers, whatever. Why do we always have to be the thug?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I would like to see in theater, film, all of that. You know, I'd like to see regular life. I mean, you can depict those people because they are there. They're a part of life, but that's not all life is about. In our
variation. You like a variation. You know? Yeah.
You know, I mean, everything is not, you know, the honey and roses, but everything is not a bullet in a bag of cocaine.
Yes. You got that right.
Yes.
You know,
Leslie?
Yes. I think what I'm with Julia. I agree with that we should see more diversity. We should see, I want to see things like where you wouldn't even think that a Black person should be doing this role. My Fair Lady. I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Some of those not so traditional. I also would like to see, I don't see us doing our shows enough, the ones that are classics.
Yes.
Bubble and Brown Sugar is a classic.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Pearly is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
We could keep going and going.
Yes.
Cope is a classic.
Yes.
And it's sad that every year I gotta see Pajama Game, or I gotta see, you know, those shows are always repeating, and
Revivals of them.
I would love for us to revive some of our shows that we have done that was wonderful work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Agreed.
So
agreed.
I don't understand it. I really think that we should do that. Like when we did Cope, when Julia and I did Cope, we were discussing, should it be updated? And we decided no, it didn't need it, to keep it just as it is, little time capsule. The sad thing was we're still going through the same thing. If you're familiar with
with the content of the show. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it was put maybe that she updated in terms of the phraseology of it, or you know, like what the times are doing, but it's still basically what we were going through back then.
Yeah.
Is happening now.
We're talking about Mickey Grant.
We're talking about the same things. Yeah, Mickey, who we just lost.
Grant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's sad. You know, you can listen to some. I'm coming to you, Leah. So think. You can listen to some of some of the lyrics of Marvin Gaye's song, of some of you know, all of those songs, and they could have been written last year.
Yes.
You know, so there's not been a lot of change. We do want, you know, whatever happened to the non-traditional casting that we thought was going to happen, so that we would all.
Well, you know, they said non-traditional casting, but there was never non-traditional casting. It was a phrase that they used. Don't let me start.
Well,
okay.
You know, I have to say I experienced a bit of it myself, though. I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did do roles that were not done by women of color, but it ended so quickly, you know, and I had to be overqualified to do those roles. It wasn't anything that, you know, they weren't doing me any favor.
Overqualified. I don't even think overqualified. You know what I'm saying? Why should we be because we are artists, we are trained, we are just as good. I don't have to be overqualified. I have to be qualified because I'm on the same plane as you are.
Exactly. I don't know what's going
that
on with
that
my
is
life,
what has to stop.
Yep.
That is what has to stop.
Yep.
Categorizing and being over this and no, if I'm doing just as good or better than you, fine. I should have the same opportunities because I'm as good as.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. I just got to pause for a second.